What is up, everyone? My name is Adam, and welcome back to this week's Ask the Producer series. Today, we are going to check out a effect that you might not have heard of, or maybe some of you have seen it already. But we have the new and improved Realtime vocal tuner, as well as the Reverb Pro. So, first off, we're just going to listen to this with the vocal tuner on. If you've been following along on the YouTube space, you've probably heard the song. I did a remix of this, or like a vocal mix of this previously.
If I let it linger, will it be fatal?
So there we have the vocals, and as is, the vocals are fantastic. The performance really great. But now with the vocal tuner, you can actually you can overtune to get that really robotic effect. But if there are any of those small kind of dips in the, for example, like the longer notes, you can kind of notice that a singer kind of can glide a little bit up and down on them. You can correct that by using just a little bit of the amount on the vocal tuner. So we're gonna listen to it now, and we're gonna check out what the vocal tuner actually does. We are going to absolutely cram this. Wait, let's listen to it with it off first.
If I let it linger, will it be fatal?
And now with it on.
If I let it linger, will it be fatal?
So you get a lot more of that robotic tone kind of. It works really well if you want to do it on rap as well. So now that we have something like this going on,
when the night takes over, I hear these voices.
But as you can hear, it's very much on top. Also, this vocal does not require that robotic tone. So like, let's pull it down. So it's really just pushing those notes where it is.
I'm having a headache.
So she has a lot of, like, she lets go of the note kind of freely, which is very much a vibe in and of itself. But I think that we could help it a little bit by just adding.
I'm having a headache. Get me out, need to feel everything.
See there, the everything, it kind of like pushes it a little bit, correcting. So that's great. Now I wanted to add this. So now I added a full preset with a bunch of different things. So it just gets a little bit more rich from the sound of it. So that's just as simple as adding the loud and clear preset, and you get this.
I'm having a headache.
Now I'm going to turn it off so you can hear what it sounds like without.
Get me out, need to feel everything.
Way richer. So like there's so much more. It sounds a little bit more, I like to call it that it sounds more expensive, because it's got that high-end kind of sparkle as well, which is really important for vocals. But now to the new effect, Reverb Pro. And listen, I love this thing. It is the perfect way to create natural space in your mix. So with it off,
I'm out of my
with it on.
mind now. I'm out of my mind now.
For those of you that don't know, actually, with the low cut, high cut, and mix, these are available on most of our effects. Low cut cuts out the low end, high cut cuts out the high end, so bass, low end, treble, high end. And mix sets the mix between the dry channel and the wet channel. So if we pull it all the way up, you're just gonna hear the reverb. So that's what's being added by the reverb. And then if you pull it all the way down, you can just hear the vocals. So it's just a way to balance the two.
My body, I'm out
Dampening, if we listen to it.
of my mind now.
See, it kind of, so what it does, it has like a sort of, it dampens high frequencies a little bit more than it would lower frequencies. It's just naturally how some rooms have a tendency to work, but also this is kind of a old school way of doing it. But let's not get too technical with it. Just dampening kind of reshapes and either lengthens or shortens your reverb. So if you listen to no dampening, super lush and super open. Damp, 100%. So it just like kind of hems the full reverb. And I think I'm gonna set it at like 30 something. Width here decides whether or not you want it to be in mono. All here versus that nice, rich, enveloping feeling. And then the room does decide more so the length of the reverb. So this is like huge room. Basically never stops at maxed out. But then you shorten it, it's like you're just in like a tiny room. But I think somewhere around I think that's where we want to go with this. And now vocal tuner on. I think we set it to like somewhere around 36 and playing from the top with the vocals on. So if you compare that with nothing. And that's that. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, leave a like and follow down below, because I know that 99% of you watching right now are not subscribing to the channel. So I would really appreciate that. That would help us out a lot to keep on doing these videos for you. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.